In this section, we look at two manufacturers of forklift trucks, one in Sweden and one in Bulgaria. Kalmar Industries in Sweden produces heavy lifting trucks for customers across the globe.
Okay, what you see here is the assembly area for our light trucks, from 5 tons up to 9 tons lift capacity. So it's in the small end. So for the moment we produce about 7-8 per week. You know, we're producing forklift trucks from 5-ton capacity to 28 tons capacity.
Where do you sell the stuff? Who's buying it?
You can say there is 4 or 5 main areas. For example, sawmills, steel producers, steel drawing, and you can say general industrial system, heavy industrial. The main market for us is, for the moment, is Europe, you can say. We are started up in US, but it's a huge market in US. But there is local competitors, and it takes time to establish a good after sales and such things. But we are in the beginning of a big case, hopefully.
Right. Okay.
We have customers in Korea, for example, Hong Kong.
Each truck they manufacture is uniquely matched to customer needs. They don't use an assembly line and instead rely on highly skilled workers. This being Sweden, the skills of the workers are high, but so are the wages, taxes and social security payments.
Every truck we produce are produced after 100% customer needs.
So you're not just making these things and then saying come and buy it, you make it for the customer.
100% customer needs.
Right. Okay.
We produced about 900 forklift trucks last year, and none of them were 100% the same to another.
Doesn't that make it more expensive? Wouldn't you?
Of course.
Be cheaper just to produce a load and say you have that or that?
We are not a low-cost company, a low-cost product.
So your sales pitch is really, okay, we actually cost more than you, than some other companies, but you get the quality by doing it.
Yeah. You get a product you can run for 10 or 20 years without no problem.
Kalmar has high fixed costs because their manufacturing is capital intensive. But they also have high variable costs because their labour costs are high. Given this cost structure, how can we determine the necessary output level? For the sake of this example, let's assume their average fixed costs are £1,110,000 and their average variable costs are £24,000. We'll assume that each of their trucks sells for £34,000, although in practice the actual price varies because they are individually produced. If the company has a profit target of £390,000, how many machines must it produce in the course of the year? So here we'll look at some data with regard to Swedish and Bulgarian forklift truck manufacture, and we'll consider the profit and losses of companies in that kind of market. Now, in order to do this, we need to establish some identities. Profit is revenue minus cost. We'll write B for profit equals TR, total revenue, minus TC, total cost. Revenue is the price of the machine times the quantity that's being produced. So TR is P, the price, times Q, the quantity of machines produced. All the costs are either fixed or variable cost. So TC, total cost, equals FC, fixed cost, plus VC, variable cost. Average variable costs are total variable costs divided by output, in this case the number of machines being made. So AVC, average variable cost, equals TVC divided by Q. Finally, total variable costs are found by multiplying average variable cost by output. So TVC equals AVC times Q. Now let's think about profit and its relationship to sales and costs. Profit, B, is total revenue minus total cost, TR minus TC, which equals P times Q for total revenue minus FC plus VC, fixed and variable cost. But VC equals AVC times Q. So we can write that B equals P times Q minus FC minus AVC times Q. So in the Swedish case, and we've converted all figures to thousands of pounds, in the Swedish case we've got something like this. Now there's a range of machines being made at different prices, but we'll simplify and just think of one machine. Fixed costs, FC, are equal to 1,110. Average variable costs, AVC, we'll assume to be 24. And the selling price to be 34. So we've now got that B, the profit, equals 34Q minus 1,110, the fixed cost, minus 24Q, which is 10Q minus 1,110, which is the profit in terms of the sales. Now let's suppose that the company has a profit target which it's set, and let's suppose that the set profit target is 390. Then we could ask the question, how much output needs to be produced in order to achieve this target? Now remember that our profit in terms of sales is B equals 10Q minus 1,110. So we need to rewrite this to express Q in terms of B. So we've got B plus 1,110 equals 10Q. So Q equals B plus 1,110 over 10. Now remember that the profit target is assumed to be 390. So if we substitute that 390 for B, we've got Q equals 390 plus 1,110 over 10, which comes to 150. So the firm will have to produce 150 machines each year if it wishes to reach its profit target. And clearly we could find out the amount of machines needed to produce to achieve any particular profit target that the company might choose. So the company's costs can be represented by linear equations, and this enables us to calculate profit as a function of sales and enables us to work out what the company needs to produce to hit any particular profit target.